Hello.
Hello. Good
Hola.
afternoon.
¿Qué
Hola.
tal? How are
Bien.
you?
Bien.
Sorry for my delay.
No,
Okay.
perfect.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you could rest in this time. My name is Sandra Uyol. I'm professor here at the Department of Sociology and at the University of Valencia. I have to conduct the second session of the workshop. So welcome. We have some interesting presentation now. This afternoon we have three speakers. All of them have communications about a common topic of the well-being, children well-being, and young people well-being. And we can now listen. The first of them is Marta Ortega Gaspar
Hello.
and Almudena Moreno from University of Valladolid and University of Marta. And if you are ready, no? If you are ready, when you want, you have an hour to expose your main ideas, and we have I think a time at the end of the presentations about questions and debate. Okay, thank you, Marta. When you want.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the organizer to invite us to present some of the results of our research project. It's really a pleasure to be here with you and share this with you. Well, I'm not very sure about the time, but I think that I'm not going to spend half an hour. Perhaps we have plenty of time to discuss about this, and if you want to ask any question, please ask whatever you want to know. Well, this is national research project. That is, the title is Child Wellbeing and Material Prevention in the New Family Scenario of Precariousness in Spain. It's a research project that the main researchers are my colleague Almudena Moreno, that is also here with us this afternoon, and me, Marta Ortega Gaspar. And as Sandra has told, Almudena belongs to Universidad de Valladolid and me to the University of Málaga, Universidad de Málaga. So I hope that you can see the PowerPoint. We have prepared this agenda for this session of today. We would like to share with you the main ideas about the origins of this project, and also give you an overview about the brief current status of this project. And of course, we will talk about the main objective and the general hypothesis and the specific objectives. As well, we will give brief notes about the methodology, and we will talk about who are participating with us in the project. And we will offer some results and some lines that we intend to carry out for future research. What about the origins or the main ideas that make us present this project? In fact, this project, the actual project, its roots on previous research projects that were carrying out the main researcher was Professor Lluís Flaquer, and another national project that Almudena Moreno was the main researcher in the last one. And because of that, I told you that because of those projects, some new questions emerged. So we seek to know about the links between family structural shifts and parents' involvement in child rearing and children's well-being in an economic and labor precariousness context, with a scarce public and private infrastructure related to work and family balance. We know, because of those previous projects, that in Spain there were a lack of research in these dimensions. So we pretend to introduce the family dimension, family structure, and new family situations when researching about children's well-being. That was the main focus of this present project. And as well, we introduce the institutional influence on work family life in a diverse variety of family and socio-economic context. As well, we want to introduce new ideas of theoretical reflections and empirical evidences in the sociology of family and childhood sociology, developing new analytical models related to subjective child well-being, taking into account family changes dimensions, time dedicated to children, new family structures, paternity, maternity changes in an institutional context of limited family policies. As well, we try to focus our attention on looking for a subjective childhood concept, widening the traditional psychological and economical analytical perspective based solidly on the temperamental behavior of children and child poverty. So about the current status of the project, I can tell you that we have made some progress on the study of the influence of shared parenting on children's well-being. We have also been exploring the consequences of father involvement in children's well-being from children's perspective. Widening the study first focus on parenthood concept, the involvement. Two, we have gone to the study of parenting, the strategies, and the competencies. We have introduced family labor perspective in the study of parental leave practices using the Spanish active population survey, we call in Spanish EPA, from the Spanish National Research Center, INE. We have found new findings. We have new findings have been shown on father involvement on children's maternal deprivation. And in this case, we have been using social inclusion and living conditions survey, EUSILC. In fact, the main research objective was to answer new emerging questions as the result of previous projects, as I have told you before, where it was analyzed the differential effects of father involvement on objective and subjective children well-being. The objective of the research has been broadened to cover the study of family changes related to labor and demography structure, the new situations, and the legal changes and their effects on children well-being in both dimensions, objective and subjective dimensions of the children well-being. And as well, we try to cover the precarious context of job due to job insecurity, precarious training contexts. The general hypothesis of the whole project is that it is supposed that the more disadvantages and fragile family reality, the lower father's involvement. This has a negative impact on emotional children well-being. This hypothesis is supported by the divergence destiny thesis that sustain that children living in different types of families with parents with different access to job and training opportunities show different family experiences. This is in line, or this comes from McLanahan study from 2004. There are not conclusive studies. We don't know yet how the different types of families and the different kind of relations influence on children well-being, reproducing inequality structure. Among the specific objectives, let me tell you some of them. We try to measure and analyze children's well-being in terms of economic resources and material deprivation in relation to parents' job status, educational and economic level, and family models, and the level of parents' involvement in children care, time dedicated taking into account parent socioeconomic status in order to analyze social inequality and to be able to propose effective family and social policies. Another specific objective is to measure and analyze subjective children's well-being in an international perspective in relation with affective and communicative relations with parents, family situations, and the quality of parents' relation and sociodemography parents' characteristics. Other specific objectives have been to analyze and measure the effects of new living arrangement strategies, as for example, single mother, fatherhood, non-married couples, shared parenting, on children's well-being, and compare with the effects of traditional couples on children's well-being in both dimension, economic material deprivation, and affective dimension. As well, another of the specific objectives have been to analyze the impact of public policies on children's material well-being, taking into account the effects of those policies in the level of parents' involvement and parental joint responsibility in children care. As well, we have tried to prepare a report with recommendations to political institutions from the result obtained in order to contribute to promote children and adolescents' well-being through actions oriented to achieve gender equality, a greater parental joint responsibility, and reduce inequality among different family models. As well, in this project, we have considered as one of the another specific objective to transfer the results, as we are doing here, transfer the results obtained to the international scientific community, to social agents interested in these social problems, to public and private institutions, to families and adolescents. And what about the methodology? Sorry, here's a shot. We have tried to analyze the different influence that the level of parents' involvement and family models exerts on children's well-being. And we have selected some variables. Among them, we have here as a dependent variable children and adolescents' well-being, both material, objective, and subjective well-being. And as independent variables, we have taken into account those related to socio-demography factors, such as age, labor status, level of education. Another independent variable has been those related to family situations, family variables like type of family, type of custody, couple of relations, and others related to the institutional dimension, those related to work, family life policies, parental leaves, shared custody situations. We have used as the database, we have used the Active Population Survey, EPA, in the longitudinal series, and the Social Conditions Survey, la encuesta de condiciones de vida 2014 model, dedicated to children material deprivation. We have also used the health behavior in school-aged children, because it offers us information about, very interesting information indeed, because we till this survey we have no access to information, to secondary data information from children perspective, and this survey have allowed us to have the information related to subjective children well-being, parents-children relation, health and adolescents behavior, and as well it offers an international data, so we can compare between among different countries. As well, we have used survey of children's well-being. There's another part because, in fact, we have developed a methodology based on qualitative and quantitative techniques, and we have carried out as well some group of discussion to obtain those information not available through secondary analysis. We developed 6 groups of discussion. 3 of them were integrated by couples with different socio-demographic characteristics and family profiles to test how couple relations influence on parent-children communication and relations, and other 3 groups of discussion with children of the couple selected previously, with ages between 10 and 15 years old, in order to test how they perceive the relations and how they influence on their emotional well-being. In this project, there are different partners involved. Universidad de Valladolid, as we told you before, University of Málaga, University of Alcalá de Henares, la Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona, University of Oxford, and the École de Santé Publique. What about the result? Well, we can present some of the findings we have till now. First, we have observed positive effects on family policies in reducing intra-family inequality on material and subjective children well-being. Precarious labor status influence negatively on subjective children well-being. And it seems that this is due to the negative impact of the precariousness situation on mental and physical parents' health, what can determine the quality and the amount of time they spend with their children. So this influence negatively on this subjective well-being of the children. As well, a special negative effect have been found of economic relaxation on single parents' employment status if it is compared with other types of families. This job and earnings deterioration observed among single parents determine children well-being. We have studied the cases of Spain and Italy. In the case of Spain, we have found differences between single-parent families and two-parent families in relation with children deprivation. In both countries, those children living in a single-parent family show a higher level of deprivation concerning educational dimension. It has been proven that in the countries analyzed, when children live with both parents, there is a positive effect on subjective children well-being when comparing with single-parent families and those living in joint physical custody. School and friends have a positive impact on children well-being. It has been found minor differences among countries in this sense. Subjective children well-being related to family social transfer is higher in those countries with generous family policies in education, pre-primary education, family services, and parental leaves. And what about the developing lines we are following? Well, let me show you 6 different lines that we are working now at present. One is the subjective children well-being, family relation and parent time dedicated to children. Another one is single parenthood, inequality, subjective children well-being, variability depending on family structure and family members. Third line is this the one that is focused on parental leaves, parents' involvement and children well-being. Another line is that this focus on shared parenting and gender equality. And there's a fifth line that is researching. We are researching about children perception related to parents' involvement and children well-being. And the sixth line is the one that is oriented to the study of family policies and children well-being in an international comparative perspective. Two technical reports about children material deprivation have been developed, and they have been published by the Observatory of La Caixa. We have been collaborating with local entities in parents' school. And as well, we have developed some collaborations with family associations in activities related to conflict management, post-divorce situations, and shared parenting. As well, we have participated, and still we are participating in a Master of Professionals in Family Mediation. And as well, we pretend to extend to our network to another international network with universities and the civil society to promote an European project. And let me as well call your attention to this special call that the deadline, I think, is around the middle of February, a special call about the family, the individual, and welfare. And if any one of you are interested in any paper is welcome to this call. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marta and Almudena, for your very interesting presentation. I'm sorry because I have a connection problem at the beginning, and I missed the first slide and to present you at the beginning. And I hope the other members of the team have taken over. And as I see, you have managed to do it without me, which is great news. This means that the things are working fine. I would like to open the ground for questions from the audience. And if not, then we will make some questions ourselves. I don't see that there are messages yet. Then I would like to ask one question. Katia, please, go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon to you all. I think, let me put my video also. Okay, I think it's working. So first of all, congratulations to your work. It's really nice, really nice. I enjoyed it very much. I only have one particular question, because I also have the same problems as Danielle in the beginning. I was not being able to see it quite properly. I have some audio problems. But I think you said something about measuring objective and subjective well-being of children. How are you actually measuring the objective well-being? Because the subjective well-being, I think it's with the instrument that you are using, the health behavior. And so yeah, you have I saw that you have an instrument, the health behavior in school-age children, survey of children or well-being, but for the objective measure, what are you using? I would be quite interested.
Yes, of course. Almudena, I don't know if she's here and want to share with us. Nos preguntan sobre cómo hemos medido el bienestar objetivo. But well, let me answer to your question. Some of our works that have measured the objective well-being has focused or have used the incomes of parents, household incomes, some of them. But in fact, what we are now focused is on the subjective well-being. And in order to measure that, we are using variables related to the level of satisfaction of children, and as well we are measuring We are using as measure their results at the school, the level of success at the school with their results, academic results. As well, there's another line, colleagues are trying to research and to analyze the relation between how the relations between parents influence on the level of well-being, subjective well-being on children, and how those kind of relations of the parents influence on the relations between children and parents, and the relation between the different members of the family, and how those different kind of relation between couples, parent and father and mother, and father with children, mother with children, influence on their whole family relations and on their well-being, on children's well-being and parents' well-being. For example, those related to the subjective well-being. Because now, in fact, now we are more focused on this dimension of the subjective well-being because, well, because in the way we organize the time, we are developing this line, and related to the objective measure. In fact, it was more focused on incomes. We use income. I don't know if Almudena want to.
And social achievements also, as far as I could understand.
Yes, as well. It was measured with the parents' occupational status and the position as well. We also use this measure, but in order to take into account their socioeconomic position.
Okay.
I don't know if I have answered your question.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to have objective measures. That's why I was asking you.
Yes, I can share with you if you want some of our paper that have already been published in order that you can explore a little bit.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brett.
Thank you, Katia, and thank you, Marta, for the answer. I think Sandra wanted to also make some questions.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for your interesting presentation, Marta and Almudena. I think it's here in the forum. I want if you have find any differences in the kind of family policies in the well-being of in the children's well-being, no, about family policies more than time family policies or cash family policies, economic family policies. If I don't know if you answer my question. No, is a
sorry.
a problem of time or is a problem of money or?
Sorry, can you repeat the question because I couldn't listen to your question.
I don't want when you refer about family policies and the relation, the good relationship with the children's well-being. It's all kind of family policies, or there are some family policies more respectful for the children well-being. If it's cash family policies, no, maybe, or maybe it's a problem of time to pass with our children? Do you know?
What you are
Parental
wondering
leaves.
if we will have been able to analyze the different impact of the different
Okay.
kind of policies. Is that?
Yes.
Almudena, ¿está ahí?
Voy.
Sobre los resultados de las diferentes, que no me acuerdo ahora, de las diferentes políticas familiares. ¿Cuál era exactamente? Es que no me acuerdo bien de las que se midieron. O sea, se tenían en cuenta las medidas sobre el tiempo, las medidas sobre... Eran los parental leave, ¿no? Sí, sí.
Hi, good evening. Yes, we had used some indicators about family policies. It's very difficult to measure this indicator. We had used parental leave and they invest in family and family services and social in gasto social. And we haven't found the important difference between countries. In the north of Europe, the well-being is more higher than in the Mediterranean countries, for example. No? But I haven't not found important difference to result. No? It's more important the difference by gender. The women are less well-being than male, no? In all countries analyzed.
Okay, thank you, Almudena.
Thank you, Sandra. Very happy to see you.
Me too.